Good morning. Like and subscribe if you believe in truth. If not, you should. So you have to, with all the things that's going on in the world today, if you truly believe in God, no matter by what name you call God, then you should feel joy inside. Let me begin by asking you a question. Do demons walk around in shirts and ties? And do you recognize demons by their character? The question is really rhetorical because we should judge people by their character. And if it walks like a demon and acts like a demon, it's obviously a demon. Now, if such is true, and we are in World War III, it's going to be a holy war, will demons have to fight angels that walk around in suits and ties and skirts? And should we recognize them by their character? That question is also rhetorical. And I ask you these questions because don't look to the heavens for Savior. Look for the Spirit that is within you. I am going to read to you Matthew 7, starting at verse 15, where Yahshua, Jesus, says to know people by their character, but he uses different semantics. So let me begin. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. You shall know them by their fruits, which is their character. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. Now let me ask you, the people, Netanyahu, is he bringing forth good fruit or is he bringing forth evil fruit? Is he bringing forth good fruit or evil fruit? The question is, of course, rhetorical. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Netanyahu is bringing up evil fruit. Biden supporting him is bringing forth corrupt fruit. He is trying to get you to bring forth corrupt fruit by supporting who? Netanyahu. Let me go on to read. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. You shall know people by the fruits that they produce, which is their character. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. So know this, all those Jews that are saying support Israel, Israel has a right to life, that is a false narrative. If Israelis have a right to life and they are human beings, then Palestinians who are also human beings have a right to life. It is only common sense. It goes on to say, let me repeat that. That's verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. And by this he's saying, all those Israelis that are running around singing these spiritual songs and Lord, Lord this and Lord, Lord that, they are not entering the kingdom of heaven. Now I'm going on to verse 22. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful things? You see, this is what the fake Jews who want to delete the Palestinians are going to say to God on that given day. And Jesus says that his response to be will be in verse 23. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work in iniquity. Depart from me, ye that work in iniquity. Now, what does iniquity means? Absence of morals and spiritual values. Absence of morals and physical values. Bombing a hospital is an absence of morals and spiritual values. Bombing a refugee camp with innocent people, unarmed people, is an absence of spiritual and moral values. That is the definitions of iniquity. It is wickedness. But I do not rest my case here. Now, I want you to go to Matthew 10, and we're going to start in verse 16, because this is what the media is trying to do. Push a false narrative. And these people who control the country, they are fighting the people who represent God, the angels. And they are fighting them with policemen and false narratives, propaganda in the media. So let me begin by reading Matthew 10, starting at verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents. Wise as serpents. Let me go around the corner. Remember, it was the serpent that enticed Eve to bite the apple. It was the serpent. And that made Adam and Eve aware. It opened up their spiritual consciousness. But let's get back to the subject. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, the courts, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. Revelation 2:9 and 3:9. Israelis worship in the synagogue of Satan. Let's get back to this. Okay, going back, starting at 18. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak. Do God's work. Don't worry about what you are going to say or speak. For it shall be given you in that hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father speaketh within you. The Spirit of your Father speaketh within you, because the Spirit of God is within all of us. And the Lord has given us free will to do his will or to do the will of Satan. Demons walk the earth in suit, ties, and jeans. Angels walk the earth in suit, ties, and jeans. We are spiritual beings. Some of us will ascend and some of us will descend. Now, to further prove my point, go to Mark 3, and we're going to begin reading at verse 31. Mark 3, verse 31. And it goes, they're talking to Jesus. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start at 30. I could have started 31, but here we go. Because they said, he hath an unclean spirit. There came then his brethren and his mother, and standing without, sent unto him, calling him. And the multitude sat about him, and they said unto him, Behold, thy mother and thy brethren without seek for thee, without being outside, seek for thee. And Jesus answered unto them, saying, Who is my mother or brother? And he looked around about on them which sat about him, and said, Behold, my mother and my brethren, for whosoever shall do the will of God, the same is my brother and my sister. So again, Jesus is telling them, know a person by their character. What grows on their tree? What fruits do they bear? Do they bear the fruits of Netanyahu, or do they bear the fruit of Biden? Both are the same. Evil and destruction. And as I said before, do not fear evil people in their courts or whatever they have. Because when the time comes, the Spirit of God within you shall speak. The Spirit of God within you shall speak. Because we are all spiritual beings. We are all spiritual beings, but our souls will be judged by our character. Now, there's one more thing that I want to read to you. See, the reason why I'm smiling is because this is so simple. And the truth always adds up. The truth always adds up. But you have to use reason or your ability to be logical. Reasoning is logical. Logic is order. Chaos is lies, and it subtracts, and it doesn't add up. But let me read this and stop smiling and get straight to it. I love this because every time you throw this up into when people start calling you anti-Semitic and this, that, and the other, read them Revelations 2:9 and 3:9. But here we're going to go past Revelations 2:9, and we're going to go all the way to the beauty of Revelations 2:11, because it explains what we call life and death. Let me begin. I know thy works and tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Not all Ashkenazi and Sephardic Jews worship or are a part of the synagogue of Satan. Because you have to, once again, you have to know people by their character. Now going on to verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Now hear that he said, be ye faithful unto death. Now, 2:11, understand this. I've been trying to explain this to you all. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit said unto the church. He that hath an ear, listen to the Spirit of God within you. We've already established the fact that we are spiritual beings. Listen to the Spirit within you, because that's who you are. I'm going to start that over again. This time I'm not going to interrupt it. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. What is the second death? We know that we have a physical body and we have a soul, people. My people, we have a soul. Your soul will not die. That is the second death. Your soul will not suffer the second death. Fear ye not. Your soul will not suffer the second death. You see, the first death, we say ashes to ashes, dust to dust. But what it is really the dissolving of the body, back into the earth. The dissolving of the body back into the earth. This is why I say you should never be buried in a casket. Your body should be buried in open earth, so that it can wrap it up in something that will also dissolve, and let it go back into ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Ask yourself, would you want to be locked in a casket, in a dark casket that does not go back into ashes and ashes, dust to dust? It is hypocrisy to be buried in anything that does not go back to ashes, dust to dust. And the sooner it goes back, the more your body reinvigorates the earth. The more your body reinvigorates the earth. But let's get back to the soul. You see, your soul will not dissolve because you will not know the second death. And this is what we call reincarnation. You will come back to earth as Yahshua, Jesus told you, I will return. The question is, and know this, in the Bible, Yahshua, Jesus, referred to himself as what? The Son of Man, inferring that he is and was a physical human being as you are. He is spirit. Spirit is within us. It is a choice. whether we want to follow the Spirit or not. We follow the Spirit and we do not die the second death. We will have a choice whether to return back to earth to learn more lessons, or to, I don't know, what do you do if you don't return to earth? But I do know one thing: you will not suffer the loss of your soul. Because see, when your soul holds your spirit inside. Once your soul goes ashes to ashes, dust to dust, the spirit, which is the animating force within you that gives you life, is the God within you. And that spirit which is energy, returns back to the Father to be used again. Nothing subtracts. Nothing subtracts. Nothing subtracts. But if you lose your soul, it goes back into the ether. It goes back into metaphysics. We lose our body, it goes back into the physical world, the mortal world. You lose your soul, it goes back into the immortal world, and you lose consciousness that you ever existed. Like and subscribe. And remember one thing: if demons walk the earth, it is a matter of choice. When angels walk the earth, it is a matter of choice, because one listens to the spirit within and the other ignores the spirit. God bless you all. Like and subscribe. Have a beautiful day.